Hello, and welcome to Goodnight Flagstaff. My name is Cyndi Riepe. I enjoy reading and volunteering in my community. When I saw there was an opportunity available to read for the Goodnight Flagstaff program, I decided to give it a try. Thank you for tuning in to our community story time. You can find a new chapter from one of our favorite family-friendly books at 8 p.m. each weeknight on the Literacy Center's YouTube channel and on Crater Radio, a local online radio station. The previous chapter is replayed on Crater Radio each weeknight at about 7:45, just before the new chapter airs. You can also listen to all previous Goodnight Flagstaff recordings on YouTube. We are currently reading Race to the Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. If you'd like to check it out to read along with us at home, it is available in the Hoopla app with your Coconino County Library card. Check one out today. Please email us if you'd like to join our team of readers and connect with your community through stories. All ages are welcome. Our email address is goodnightflagstaff@gmail.com. Last time we read together, we were introduced to Race to the Sun. We met Nizhoni, a Native American 7th grade basketball player who sees monsters. Her team is playing a game, but gets distracted when she sees a monster watching her play. Do you think she'll be able to keep playing for her team? And so we begin with Chapter 2, Blood Everywhere. I wake up, flat on my back, blurry faces hovering over me. My own face feels warm and sticky, and I reach for my nose. My hand comes away coated in blood. I blink away tears as I recognize Coach, Davery, and a few other teammates staring down at me. A lone murmur of disappointment in the air tells me that the game is over. I hear the shuffle of thwarted Isotopes fans leaving the gym. And then I remember. I prop myself up on my elbows and look around, but I don't see the monster in the black suit anymore. I sneak a glance at the scoreboard. The score was tied before, but now the Isotopes are down by 2, which means we lost. I groan, more from embarrassment than pain. Take this, Coach says, shoving something cold and lumpy in my hand, an ice pack. What happened? I ask, pretty sure I already know, but hoping I'm wrong. You don't want to know the details, Davery warns me. My nose hurts so badly it feels like it's going to fall off, but I guess it's not, because Coach grunts and says, "Walk it off, Begay, you're fine." Then Coach walks away herself. My teammates, who've been staring at me with various levels of horror, disgust, and disappointment, leave too. I hear someone mutter, "What a loser." "Thanks for caring," I mumble after the retreating backs. "You okay?" Davery asks. He holds out his hand to pull me up. "I'm fine," I say through a bloody nose, holding the Ziploc bag full of ice to my face. Once I'm on my feet, I see that the gym is pretty much emptied out. Discarded popcorn bags and paper plates litter the bleachers. Coach tried to call your dad, but nobody answered, Davery informs me. "She shouldn't have bothered," I mutter. "I'll just walk home." Davery looks concerned, but I shrug it off. I know my friend feels bad for me, but I'm used to Dad not being able to make it to my basketball games, just like he wasn't able to attend my first grade school play when I had my first speaking role as a giant fungus in the very hungry caterpillar, an interpretive dance. It's no surprise that he's too busy to pick up his injured and humiliated daughter, who was clumsy enough to get hit in the face with a basketball and lose the game. "How bad was it?" I asked Davery, bracing myself for the truth. "Oh, your average humiliation," he says lightly. "Ball to the nose, blood everywhere, the Beavers get the rebound off your face and go down and score. The crowd goes wild. He cups his hands over his mouth and makes cheering noises. Then he drops his hands and adds, "Isotopes lose," in a dramatic upset. Nizhoni Begay is banned from ever setting foot in the ICCS gym again. Ugh. Yeah, is right. What happened? You were totally spacing out back there. I thought you were going to make the winning shot. I thought I was too. At least, that was the plan. To be honest, I'm not very good at basketball, just like I'm not very good at most things. I even flubbed my one line in the Very Hungry Caterpillar. But an opportunity like that, to get all the glory and have the fans screaming your name, I had to try, right? I was really hoping to launch my bid for school fame. I confess as we start to walk toward the gym doors. I've given up on being internet famous, but school famous still felt within the realm of possibility. A game-winning basket would have been a perfect start. Davery snorts. Well, that plan is a total loss. The only thing you launched was 1,000 sad memes. I chew my bottom lip, thinking, do you think this means all sports are out of reach now, or just basketball? What did you have in mind? I could try to join the lacrosse team. You don't know how to play lacrosse either. A ball, a stick, how hard can it be? Don't let the Hod Squad hear you say that. The Hod Squad is the Haudenosaunee girls who rule the lacrosse team. Since their people invented the game, that makes sense. Okay, lacrosse is out. What about the swim team? I barrel on. Wait, do we even have a swim team? Nizhoni, Davery says, shaking his head. Cricket, volleyball, synchronized swimming. I fling my free arm out in a ballet-like move. Davery ducks at the last minute to avoid getting hit in the head. Whoops. Okay, I say. Maybe not synchronized swimming. He sighs. Why do you need to be famous anyway? I stifle a groan. Davery wouldn't understand. His parents love him, dote on him, and turn up for everything he does. They were front and center for the Very Hungry Caterpillar. They even came to watch him present a book report once, which was admittedly a little awkward since they were the only parents there and had to sit on those tiny chairs next to Lori Wilder, who kept asking Davery if he was really Indian. Davery's mom is African American, and his dad is Navajo, and small-minded people like Lori can't fathom that folks can be part of two cultures. Ignorance like that is another reason Davery and I both left our old public school and transferred to ICCS. But at least Davery's parents cared enough to come. My dad didn't. And my mom, well, she's been gone since I was a toddler. I clutch the turquoise pendant under my shirt. It's the only thing I have left of her besides the one picture of her, my dad, my little brother, and me that Dad keeps on the fireplace mantel. I still don't know why she abandoned us, and Dad won't talk about her, so I don't even get the benefit of his memories, just this necklace. Sometimes it's enough, but more often it's not. So I'm that kid, the one with no mom and a barely there dad, and some therapist would probably say I crave attention or approval or whatever. And that's why I try so hard to be popular. But it's not just that. It's something deeper, something more important. Yet, every time I think I'm ready to try to explain the truth to Davery, I can't make the words come out. So instead, I say, are you kidding me? Heroes get all the glory. single-handedly winning the game at the last moment with a clutch shot? My eyes get teary just thinking about it. Besides, everyone knows you when you're the school hero. Maybe then people will learn how to pronounce my name. We pause in front of the gym doors, and Davery gives me a dubious look, like it's hard to say. Nizhoni. He plants his hands on his hips. I noticed how distracted you were in the game. What's really going on with you? For a second, I want to blurt it all out, but the words sit on my tongue, cold and uncomfortable. Like the time I stuffed a whole bag of marbles in my mouth on a dare, and they kept trying to escape from my cheeks. Almost died from that one. Didn't. I want to tell Davery about the weird feeling I had, about the man in the black suit, the surety that he wasn't human, and the fact that, at least at that moment, his eyes were red. Explain that it isn't the first time I've sensed a monster, but I don't. The truth is, Davery is smart and funny and could have any friends he wanted. He hangs out with me because we've known each other since preschool. His dad and mine are old buddies from Fort Lewis College. It's probably just a matter of time before he decides being with me is a liability he doesn't need, and then I'll be alone. No, I can't tell him about the monsters and let him think I'm even weirder than he already knows I am. Besides, if I were him, I wouldn't believe me, because I can barely believe it myself. There's nothing going on with me, and I was distracted because I'm hungry. Feed me, and I'll be fine. Hey, Davery says, maybe we can get Froyo rainbow sprinkles to celebrate your humiliation. I laugh, accidentally snorting dried blood up my bruised nose. Ouch! I know Davery's just trying to cheer me up by offering a delicious distraction, and I'm all for it. Rainbow sprinkles are my favorite. At least the bleeding stopped, he says, but your uniform is toast. I glance down at my good old Isotopes jersey. The front of my shirt looks like a ketchup convention gone awry. Dad is not going to be happy. Although, on second thought, it does look pretty heroic, right? It looks like you lost a fight with an angry tomato. Okay, so maybe not quite heroic. What gets bloodstains out, I ask. Soda pop will get it out. Like from the vending machine? He nods. It contains carbonic acid, which breaks down the proteins. Okay, I say, waving a hand. Stop sciencing me. How do you know these things? I like to read. I guess that's what happens when your dad's a librarian. The head librarian of the whole school district, in fact. Davery spends a lot of time in the main branch as a result. If he wasn't, I'd still like to read. I like knowing things. He frowns at the look on my face. You should try it sometime, Z. That and doing your homework. It's not so bad. Maybe, but doing homework is not how I'm going to find my true destiny. I push the exit door open and motion for him to go first, sighing over yet another missed opportunity to be a middle school superstar. Before I follow him out, I take one last look back at the nearly empty gym. The custodian has already appeared to sweep up the mess, his broom moving steadily back and forth across the wood floor. And there, at the top of the bleachers, is someone else, the man in the black suit, red eyes staring right at me. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next time for Chapter 3 of Race to the Sun. Good night, Flagstaff.